Hello, ladies. It is Tiffany of Clarity, Confidence, Courage, Women's Empowerment, and I'm coming to you today to talk about why now is the time to reset your life. Yes, ladies, it is the end of 2020. We're about to go into a new year, but that's not the reason why now is the time to reset your life. Ladies, in this video, I want to tell you about when I made a decision to reset my life, the reason why I did it, and why I knew at that moment in time, it was so important for me to change. Not just because of the new year, but because I wanted my life to go in a different direction. So stay tuned. Understand how I changed my life, why I hit the reset button, and how you can too. Now, before we deep dive into the content, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you share this video with other women just like you so that this video can hit other women who are trying to create lives that they absolutely love. All right, ladies, let's go. Now, the reason that I created this video was because I thought about the person that I was about 9 years ago. You see, 9 years ago, I was about 31 years old, and it was the New Year's Eve of the new year. So whatever that was 9 years ago, right? I was drinking. I had been drinking all of my life, ladies. I mean, when I say I've been drinking all of my life since I was like a kid, I've been drinking alcohol, and I was not necessarily what I would call an alcoholic, but I definitely had alcoholics in my family. I came from a drinking household. It was not something that was new to me. So growing up, drinking was normal. Drinking, a mimosa with breakfast, and then a little something for lunch, and then maybe, have a little, midnight toddy for dinner or whatever it was. It was my norm. And when I was in my 30s, I would say every single weekend. I normally wouldn't drink during the week. Sometimes I would, but not too much. But definitely on the weekends I felt like was my time to release. I would drink with my girlfriends. We would have a ladies' night. We would go to the club and drink. I mean, I was just a drinker. And I was like, I just like to have a good time. But when I really got down to the bare bones of it and started to reflect on my life, I realized that I used alcohol a lot of times for emotional reasons, to self-medicate, to just dim my emotions, to really null out and not feel anything. And I realized even though I didn't consider myself an alcoholic, I was using alcohol as a drug, as a way to not really feel my feelings and deal with a lot of the things that were going wrong in my life. So when I got upset, I'd got to drink. When I came home from work, from a job that I hated, I would drink my sorrows away. When I got into an argument with my spouse, I would go and get a drink. Alcohol became the thing, along with food, another addiction. We'll talk about that later. But alcohol became that thing that I used to really pull away from reality and not feel. So you're probably wondering, Tiffany, where are you going with this? Well, when I made a decision that I wanted to feel better, that I wanted to change my life, I made the decision to start with my health. And that was the beginning of me saying, I want to not only look better physically, I want to feel better emotionally, feel better internally, like my organs. I wanted to feel better about who I was, myself, mentally, psychologically. And the first thing that I knew that I had to stop doing was drinking alcohol. Not because I felt like I was addicted to alcohol, but I felt like it was one of those things that really was something that I reached for in order to pull myself out of feeling my feelings, in order for me to not really deal with some of the things that I knew I had to overcome in order to have a healthier life. So I remember 9 years ago, New Year's Eve, I looked at a beer and I was like, this is the last time that I'm having a drink. And that's exactly what happened, ladies. I stopped drinking cold turkey that New Year's Eve. And I remember drinking that and I started to feel nauseous because at that point, alcohol actually was making me feel physically sick. And I was like, I'm so glad to be done with this. And I put it down and I never took a drink since. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with alcohol. I'm not saying you have to give up alcohol. That was the point of my life where I hit the reset button on one aspect of my life. I made a decision to give up something that felt like an addiction for me so that I could hit that reset button on my health, which eventually led to me completely changing my life. Getting healthier physically, mentally, and emotionally was the beginning of my entire life changing. Here's the reason why, ladies. When I was able to physically get healthy with my body, I felt better. I actually felt emotionally better because I felt better about myself. I was like, wow, I was able to lose a little bit of weight. I was able to start focusing on the foods that nourished me and gave me more energy. Once I took alcohol out, that actually made me realize alcohol was really connected to my depression. Because when you think about it, alcohol gives you a high for a short period of time, but then you have the come down. And if you're a person like me who has dealt with anxiety or depression over the years, alcohol the next day, 9 times out of 10 makes you feel kind of a little bit more depressed. If you were depressed and then you drank and then you felt better for a second, the next day, you're going to have that come down. It may not be like a really bad hangover, but emotionally, you might notice you're not feeling like yourself, right? So that's something else that I noticed, that when I took alcohol out of the equation, that I just felt better. So there was no high, super high, but there was no super low. It just made me feel like this equal balance. And I felt so much better. And so overall, getting my health in order helped me to hit the reset button, not only physically on my physical body, but on my emotional body. So I wanted to do this video to ask you, to pose the question to you, how do you plan to hit the reset button? And not just because we're going into a new year, but how do you plan to hit the reset button that is going to give you the ripple effect for your entire life over the next 10, 20, 30 years? Because let me tell you, ladies, once I hit my reset button, giving up alcohol, that was just the beginning that started the ripple effect that really changed my life. That was the beginning of me focusing on my health, which led to me focusing on feeling better emotionally, which led to me getting stronger mentally and emotionally, which led to me then being able to leave a toxic marriage, which eventually led to me being able to walk away from a corporate career that was making me super unhappy. You see where I'm going with this? Once I hit the reset button on one aspect of my life, it slowly changed my entire life. So I want to pose a question to you. What are you willing to slowly change or totally give up in order to hit the reset button on your life? Are you willing to give up a certain type of food that may be causing you to not feel good? Are you willing to give up drugs or alcohol the way I did? Are you willing to give up a toxic relationship that you know has been holding you back? Because that may be the actual relationship that totally changes your life once you're able to move from it. So again, hitting the reset isn't about giving up everything all at the same time. It is about just focusing on that one aspect of your life that is completely draining your energy and making you feel really bad, and asking yourself, am I willing to give this up in order to really make the shift that I know I need to make in order to reset my life and make some major changes, see some things actually change for myself? So let me know in the comments, ladies, what are you willing to give up in order to hit that reset button and really start doing what it takes to shift your entire life? Ladies, it worked for me, and I know it will work for you. Now, if you like this video, give me that thumbs up. Remember to share and subscribe. And ladies, I want to give you a little teaser, because part of me doing this video was to let you know that in January of 2020, I'm going to be releasing a brand new course that is all about resetting your life, resetting your goals, but with a specific emphasis on your health. Yes, ladies, just like I was able to reset my life by starting with focusing on my health, I'm going to help you reset your life in this course by starting with focusing on your health, focusing on getting your life in order and having more balance and harmony, so that your life intentions can be actually fulfilling, so that you can actually start creating goals that are going to create a happy, healthy life that is intertwined with your complete life shift. All right, ladies, so more about that to come. But until then, I hope you have a fabulous new year and a fabulous reset. I'll talk to you soon, ladies. Bye.